You're listening to The Fellas with Anthony McCoy,
Listen, man, that wasn't my fault. It was an unknown error.
Rich Thurston,
Someone said it was like the Bulls never changed their passwords, and Tibbs just popped in and did an auto trade.
Kev Lund,
We're out here doing this podcast, and these fools are out here blowing Super Bowls. Like, let's switch that up. Pay me a cool million, and I'll call the right place. I promise you.
and Kyle Straub.
When one of those point guards is James Harden, yes, the answer is yes, they are a better team.
Recording a day late, but it's tip-off Tuesday. Kev, I know you're excited because the Yankees just evened up that series in the ALCS.
Woo!
Cavs and Celtics right now. Celtics season, it's a wrap. It's only the second quarter, but Hayward breaks his ankle. He's done for the year. It's been a fun day. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. Thanks for joining us here on The Fellas. We're going to try and stick with what we did last week, which was kind of a theme podcast instead of just debating everyday news. So this week, we're going to stick with a theme of underdogs, comebacks, that team that goes on a run, and because of it, it makes you feel a little bit extra something about what they've done. We'll get into some of the other stuff going on with this Hayward injury. We'll get to it probably in four corners, but to start this off, Kev, you're a Yankee fan, so you're normally not an underdog. You are right now. How much better are you feeling because you guys just evened this up? It's not normally the role you play.
Oh, it's crazy, man. This year, we weren't even supposed to make the playoffs, man. So, underdog for sure. We just came back from 0-2 last series, and we just evened up another 0-2 hole now. I mean, it feels awesome, man. I mean, it's anxious as hell when it's happening, but right now, I'm fired up, man. I can't wait for another early day of work for tomorrow.
What's the difference between if it's the Yankees of the 90s when they were supposed to win and you're in an ALCS versus a team where you weren't even sure if you're going to be a playoff team at the beginning of the year?
Well, I mean, it depends which 90s team you're talking about, because I think
They were the favorite every fucking year in the 90s, man.
96, they weren't the favorites. They weren't the favorites in 96,
He was
man.
so
Hell
mad
no.
when he said that.
Yeah,
Well, we already know.
Said that with passion.
He
You
hates
been
them, that's
drinking,
why.
Kyle?
But no, I don't think they were favorites in 96, but all the other years when, like, if you were down in a ball game like today when they were down 4-0 and you're the favorite, there's so much more pressure. And I almost feel like these kids are they've never been there. They're not supposed to be there. Like, they're almost they're young and dumb. They don't even know better, dude. They're just out there they turn it on when they need to, it looks like, man. And Judge, man, I just saw a stat, like, yeah, everybody's, they get on him for the strikeouts and all that shit, but the dude, in the postseason,
Bye-bye,
with
guys.
base runners, he's, I think, 6 for 17 with, like, 8 RBIs.
So much for
and
that
2 home
story,
runs.
huh?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Kev will hopefully rejoin us a little bit later in the show because his
He's gone.
internet just went bye-bye. That's fine. I was going to get to a question I had for you, Rich, because you're kind of along the same lines as him. You've never really had a team that's been an underdog. And when we brought this topic up, that was the first thing you said. You were like, I've never dealt with that. Don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that was like a joke more than anything.
But as a Lakers fan, and even the Cowboys during the 90s when they were winning their Super Bowls, they were always, your teams are usually up there and up towards the top, and they're the favorites.
yeah, the Lakers, when they got Shaq in '96, like, they lost to Houston in the first round, the first year he was there, and then, well, Shaq and Kobe in '96, they lost to Houston in the first round. Then they lost to the Jazz back-to-back years in '97, '98. And then they lost to the Spurs in '99. So then they got Phil Jackson. And when they were up 3-1 against Portland, and then they forced that Game 7, it was kind of like an underdog thing. Because it was like, can this team do it? Are they going to choke it away? Like, what do you do after this? Hey, Kev's back.
Hey, man, I don't know what the hell happened.
You got that whack Wi-Fi out there. That's what the
Nah,
problem
man,
is.
That
it wasn't even
unknown
the
error
internet.
got you.
I could hear you guys. You couldn't see me or hear me.
Nah, you just dropped out. You were gone.
Right.
But go ahead, Rich. Finish your thought. Kev, you lose out on yours.
Oh, well.
So, yeah, like, it wasn't an underdog, but it was kind of like, does this team have it? Is this team good enough? Is it the team that we think it is? So,
Okay.
and then after they won in 2000, it was like, oh, they got this. But
When we last week when we did your favorite championship, was that the one that you listed?
the favorite run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the 2001 when the favorite series is when they smacked the Spurs in the mouth.
Okay.
But thinking about it more, because I didn't really prepare for it yesterday, but thinking about it more, the '06 Lakers were an underdog and like heartbreaking all at once because they were the 8th seed. They didn't make the playoffs the year before. They were playing the Suns. They were up 3-1, and then they lost the series. So it was like all the roller coaster. Like you're at the high because you're beating the number 1 seed in the West, and then Tim Thomas hits a shot in Game 6, and then you go to Game 7, and Kobe decides not to shoot, which he will forever be a jerk for in Game 7. And they
It's
lose the
usually not a
series.
statement that's made. Kobe decided not to shoot.
He had to
Yeah.
prove a point.
And he did. And he can go to hell forever for it.
You ain't a real Lakers fan saying that.
Well, I'd be a real something else if I didn't. Get the fuck out of here. You like that was the year he dropped 81 in a game. Like he did, so he averaged 35 that season. Then he just decided not to shoot.
Doesn't
Like,
want to
all
shoot.
right, way to go, guy. Like this is why you wanted Shaq traded and now to prove a point. Like stop trying to prove points.
Right? Just go shoot, Kobe. That's what
I can't
you do.
talk about that because it makes me angry.
It
Well,
should.
so-
it should
so
though.
the
when your
next thing
best
I'm gonna
player
bring-
just gives up, basically. Like he's like, nah, fuck yeah, you know.
The next thing I'm going to bring up may make you angry as well, Rich. But when I was thinking about
I like it already.
upsets and runs and teams that were able to win when they weren't really supposed to, you have been a part of it, but it's on the wrong side. The 2000 Celtics. They came back and beat you guys, right?
No. Not at
Maybe
all.
2008.
2008.
Yes. Sorry,
the
2008.
2008 Celtics were a better team than the Lakers.
They were? I thought the Lakers were the
No,
the
no,
favorite
the
in that.
Lakers. No, the Lakers were the surprise team that year because
There
they
was-
were,
Oh, okay.
they were a bunch of young kids with Kobe, and then like Andrew Bynum started to come on. Lamar started to come on. Sasha Vujacic started hitting threes, and then they traded for Powell, and that kind of put them in that tier.
Okay.
But the
Okay.
Celtics were the better team that year.
They had
I
a
thought they were the underdog and upset you. I was going to ask
No,
you what that
no,
was
no,
like
no.
because I couldn't think of that.
that series had a big game where the Lakers were up
Game-
24.
Game 4.
Game 3. Or
It was game
I
4.
thought- Game 4. Oh, the internet is wrong then.
Is it? Because I'm pretty sure they lost the first the
Fake
first
news.
2 games, and then they won Game 3. They lost the lead in Game 4. They won Game 5 and got murdered in Game 6.
Either way, it happened.
Either way, it happened. Yep.
So let me ask you this. It doesn't have to be your favorite team, but obviously for Rich and Kev, there aren't many options on this one. But what is your favorite underdog story? Can you think of one off the top of your head? When I thought of this, the first one right off the top of my head was the Miracle on Ice.
Oh, you love that fucking shit, son.
Yeah,
Like,
you do.
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
God, fuck,
Super Bowl 3, baby.
Jesus.
Super Bowl
Super
3
Bowl
was
3.
another one. What do
Paved
you
the
have
way for the
against that?
NFL.
Hold on
I
a
don't
minute.
know. I just don't give a fuck about Olympic hockey. Some shit that
That's
happened
fine.
about
You
10 years
don't.
before
Other
I was
people
born.
During the Cold War, Richard, it was an important historical event.
No, not
Yeah.
even that. Just the fact that Russian team dominated that sport the way that they did,
Listen,
and then
I
a bunch
get
of
it.
college kids were able to win it.
I get it.
But anyway, yes, Kev, the other one you just mentioned, the Jets in Super Bowl III upsetting the Colts came to my mind. App State, when they beat Michigan,
Working in
was
the
another
booth
big
that day.
one.
No, yeah, we were.
And then obviously a huge one that's more recent was the Red Sox coming back from 03 against the Yankees in that ALCS.
That was cool just because I wanted to say I saw it.
I guess the champ was so upset. Oh, wait, now you.
What about
that's when they played
the
Yankees,
Giants
right?
beating the Pats in the 07 Super Bowl?
Yeah, that was a big one because that was the year that they were undefeated or trying to be
They
undefeated.
were undefeated until that game.
Yeah. What about, would you guys put the Cavs coming back from down
Yes.
3-1 on that
Fuck
list?
yes.
As far
Against
as
the
biggest
best team
comebacks,
ever.
absolutely.
I mean, yeah, they weren't, I don't know, underdog, but a comeback, hell yeah.
They were playing the
Comeback.
best team
It's
ever.
all part of the same thing. Yeah.
I know
are
when
the
I
best
hear
team.
underdog, I hear like real just out of
Never had a
nowhere type of
chance.
team. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the
never
little
had a chance.
I mean,
giants.
if you got
out here.
LeBron, you always got a chance in my mind.
That's a good ass point, Gabe.
Yep.
So I was
Skip-
looking on. I
How
was
about
looking online
if you
at
want to
some
talk about
lists.
comebacks, the Monday Night Miracle, baby.
There you go. That's Jumbo Elliott. What were we
Take
at?
that,
30-7 in that game.
Hell yeah, came back, half the stadium left.
That ain't got nothing on Frank and the Bills, man.
Down
What are you talking
32 in the
about,
third
What
quarter.
happened?
Was that in the playoffs though? Nope.
The Bills, yeah.
It was in the playoffs.
Not the Monday Night Miracle, wasn't?
Oh, all right, yeah.
Oh no, man. Music City Miracle was on a Sunday though.
Oops.
That was quite the comeback, right? That was like that ended the game, right? Like time expired. and
Yeah,
you got
it
it
did.
Minnesota.
That ended your playoffs for the
was
last
the worst
however
thing,
many
right?
years.
This is the last
I-
time you were in the playoffs.
I think that's the last time I like actually cared about Buffalo to begin with. Like,
yeah,
I was
that would
done.
be one that kind of digs the dagger all the way in.
you know. And then I
Well,
had to
we-
listen to my dad and my brother laughing about it. I was like, nah, I'm done with this.
I'm out.
That shit is
Here you are.
mad funny that the last
Here you
time
are
the Bills
18
made the
years later, and
playoffs,
we're still laughing.
I was 12 years old.
12.
I have a
1999,
child.
son.
I have a child who's gonna be 7. Like, oh
That's
no, I get.
trash.
I've spawned another person who's almost as old as I was when the last time the Bills were in the playoffs.
Jesus.
He'll probably get there. They'll probably get there, you know?
I kind of hope she does now.
Yeah, at this point. I don't see the run stopping. This definitely not this year.
Are they tied for first place or no?
No, nope, not anymore.
Nope, the
They had
team
to
that's
buy
going
this.
to win the division is.
They had a bye this week, so now the Patriots are where they normally are. Which, by the way, we can talk about what you wanted to talk about a little bit too, Kev, which is horrible calls. Because in that game, it is possibly the worst call I've ever seen in my freaking life. The Jets score a touchdown. They're down by 3.
Lost
They were
control,
starting,
man. That was no
Kev, they were
touchdown.
starting to make us believe. They were starting to make us drink that Kool-Aid a little bit.
Yeah,
And then the
Kev.
referees just came out and said, no, you know what? That's not a touchdown. We're just going to give the fucking Patriots the ball. Screw you guys.
Ripped
Do you know how
open
many
the
times
packet
I've
with
seen that
smell,
though?
man.
Like, as good as the
Not
Pats
that
are,
bad.
I feel
I've never
like
seen anything like that where they were just like, everybody was like, touchdown. And then the one thing nobody thought was going to happen was no touchdown. And the
yeah,
Patriots get the ball.
exactly. Are you surprised? The one thing. Of course, it happened to the
That's
fucking
as Jets
Jets.
as it's going to get.
No, that's just Patriots. It's
Yeah, I think it's. I
guess
think
the
it's
Jets have
both.
to be part of that too for it to
Yeah,
happen.
they do.
I think it's both because that's a Pats thing, man. They get about 6 to 8 of those flags a year that just sway shit in their way, man.
Son, that wasn't a flag. They just took points off the board and awarded them the ball.
Yeah, that was no penalty.
Like,
Well,
I'll take a flag for Christ's sake.
Strom knows the one I'm talking about. We got the
damn.
damn play-by-play without the teleprompter skills on the text messages
Yeah, that's right.
on the
That's the
Gronkowski
game
foul.
about
That's what I was talking about. But yeah, I mean, the Pats are always going to get a call like that, man, just out of nowhere. But everybody's been ragging on that call on TV, reporters. Get your shit together, NFL. That's the last thing you need right now. You can't even get the plays right.
The NFL ain't getting nothing together. They have Elliott suspended and then not suspended every other day now. Like, what the hell's going on with that?
Yo, I gave up on that case, to be honest with you. You're talking about Zeke?
Yeah,
Yeah, I gave up on that at this point. Like, who knows?
obviously they don't.
I thought the government told them, like, all right, yes, this is good. So if the government said that, who's above the government that's saying, oh, no, he can play now?
Different courts. They just go to different jurisdictions and have different courts just basically make a different ruling. So just a bunch of shit.
Like, he's gonna get suspended. Like, let's just get
Right,
it
it's
out
gonna
of the
be
way
the same
at this
thing as when
point.
Brady did. So it's a waste of everybody's time.
So what were some of these other calls, Kev, that
Right, you had a
after
notebook
that
full.
horrible one? What's that?
Oh, I got all types
Kev
of
had a
bad
notebook
calls here,
full.
man.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That prompted you to go back in history and start writing down some
The Music
some
City
calls.
Miracles should be on there because that shit was a forward pass.
What are you
Bullshit.
talking about, son?
I'm talking about them
Bullshit.
cheating ass Titans. That's what I'm talking about.
The Bills haven't made it to the playoffs enough times to make it a forward pass yet.
They don't get that call.
Nope.
Yeah, you know what the worst call was? MJ's push on Russell in
There you go,
'98.
Kev. There you go, Kev. Let's talk about it, Kev.
Oh, smooth handles right there.
Yeah.
Push it
Get outta
off.
here,
There's
Byron.
the worst non-call in NBA history.
Hand on the tush. That's what it was.
What did you just say? Jordan's got enough championships to get that call.
Touche. So
You
the
just
Patriots have
push
enough
people
Super
in the
Bowls
back,
to get
man?
that call against the
to
Jets.
get the end zone call.
Absolutely, Rich.
As long as we're all on the same page.
Like if that were the Browns that got that call, I would be furious. But it's the Patriots,
Oh, that would've
so
made it
I
so
could
much
just be
better.
confused and laugh.
They lost to the Browns on that.
Didn't Pippen get called for some bullshit in the playoffs the year MJ wasn't there against New York and they ended up and lost?
Well, I know Scotty wouldn't go on the court because he didn't get picked to take the last shot that year.
Phil said you can just sit there then.
Yep.
That's all he did.
Go ahead and watch Tony hit this from the bench then.
It's so much worse that Tony hit it.
Here's a baseball bad call, and I think this is the worst one ever.
I hope you're going with where I think you are.
This is 2010. Jim Joyce when
Yep.
he called the runner safe at first and ruined the guy's perfect game when he was out by
Galarraga, the
like
pitcher,
2
yes.
steps.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you
Was that
remember
get,
this,
like,
Rich?
hate mail and
Yep.
death threats?
So, do you guys also
People
know
need to
that
relax.
that guy that threw that perfect game only threw like 2 more games in the major leagues, and then he went back down to the minors and never came up again?
That sucks so
Was he
much.
just not good in general and just had a lucky night?
He was just a mediocre dude that just had his shit that night and things went his way, and Jim Joyce stole it from
Took it
him.
away from his wife. Claim to fame right there, and that man took it away. I'd be tight.
Right? Like, you're talking about something that less than 30 people have done in the history of the game.
He was the one sending them death threats.
They needed
That
the
was all
replay
him.
after that, man. That's why they added the replay.
He was
Yeah, that-
hiding in
that's-
that man's bushes.
That's a
popping
good
up
one,
in Panama
Kevin.
pig
You know what?
mask.
Another good one that, because I think it kind of helped to push the NFL towards it, was we were the benefit of it when Vinny Testaverde
I
snuck
have
that
that one
ball
at the
in
top
on
of
the
my
bottom of the
list
pile.
here.
What year
98
was that? 98?
against
Yep.
Seattle, yeah.
Uh-huh.
They
Was down
the
short, snuck it in over the goal line, and we made the playoffs.
that ball didn't even come close to the end zone.
Nope, but
That was
history
such a-
says it was a touchdown, and I'm taking it.
I love that
Yeah,
Vinny Testaverde is a Jets legend.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes, he
Like,
is.
you have so many
Vinny
stories
Test.
of Vinny Testaverde doing things like. I find that awesome.
He's a legend.
Yeah, like, he really is a Jets legend. Like, his numbers should be retired for you.
16,
guys.
baby. The Niners got Montana. The Jets got Testaverde. And not young Testaverde slinging it with the Jerry
The
curl in
Bucks.
Tampa.
With the creamsicle
Single
jerseys.
jerseys.
How about that whole start to the NFL year with the replacement refs?
Oh,
How bad was that shit?
that
Oh,
Hail
I
That
forgot
Mary.
whole shit was a bad call. They had the Phantom Hail Mary.
Yep.
All types of bad shit happened with those guys there. Are they still there, Straw? Were they doing the Jets game?
Those replacement refs.
Yeah. Is that what happened out there?
They
Somebody
refused
call
that.
out sick.
Somebody
They
asked for
overturned
the
it,
day
right?
off. They
Somebody
took their
pulled a
vacation
Strasburg
time.
and got the sniffles, and we got the shitty ass ref. Here's one for you, McCoy, because I know you like fighting, boxing. How about Roy Jones getting upset by the Park Si-hoon in the Olympics way back in the day? Because
they
he
straight
whooped
robbed
that boy's
man.
ass and still got the
It
loss.
still lost, like, and everybody was like, corrupt
No, that
ass
happens
Olympics.
in the Olympics like all the time.
Yeah,
I
it
feel like
does.
when the Olympics just happened, I remember it.
Yep, in boxing.
The
that's-
Olympics
Yeah.
is all money.
Yeah, that
being
happens in
tossed
boxing
around.
Like
in
some
general,
Russian dude got his ass whooped, was a bloody mess, and the other guy was just shining, still smiling, and somehow the Russian guy won.
Boxing
All
is
the
mad corrupt
bribes.
like that. That's why.
Yeah.
There's always bad scores in fights. Like the big Canelo Triple G fight that just happened, being a draw. Like somebody had Canelo winning by like 7 points, and it's like, no, that didn't happen. So they ended up like pulling her off judging for the next few fights or whatever. But it's crazy. Just boxing is just always corrupt.
You know what? That actually reminds me of another good underdog story. Buster Douglas.
It's not a good
Buster.
story.
When he knocked out my Iron Mike, he was like a 47 or 50 to 1 underdog or something crazy.
Maybe Tyson shouldn't have had condoms for his
That's a solid
wife in
point.
there.
That's a real solid point.
That man wasn't ready to fight. If he was just so good that it didn't matter that he could still hold his own and almost win, like that completely spiraled his life out of control too.
Yeah, it was probably
I
going there
think-
anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That sure didn't help things though.
No.
It may have just increased the speed in which it spiraled downwards, but it was already on that
Yeah.
trajectory.
He was on that road.
Yeah, Michael
He
lived
got
the
knocked
road.
out bad too though, so he was crawling around looking for his mouthpiece and shit. He had no idea what was going on.
He had never been in that situation before either. He's usually
Yeah.
the one knocking people
Yeah.
out, and all of a sudden he was like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck?"
What the hell? This is how this feels.
Here's one for you, Straub. Your boy, Tom Brady.
Boy, Tom Brady.
The fumble,
The tuck
the
rule.
tuck rule.
Nah.
That was the beginning of it all.
That was Woodson that caused that fumble, right?
He was so
I think
pissed
so,
about it.
yeah.
Oh,
He's
he
still
should've been.
fucking
That
pissed
shit was a
about that shit.
fumble.
Yeah, it sure the hell was. But that, like I said, that was the beginning of it, though.
Patriots got them rings. They get them calls.
They didn't have the rings yet.
Nope.
It was destined to happen.
It was set up to happen. The NFL is rigged, I tell you.
Yeah, how about the 99 Thanksgiving coin flip? That is clearly said.
Head tails.
Oh,
Tails.
my God.
These dudes been fucking up forever, man. We just haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, I remember watching that with my brother, and he was so mad because he clearly called what he said, and they're just
Right.
like, "Oh,
Steelers fan?
he's clearly like what? What did he call it? Heads or tails?"
I
think
believe
he
he
called
called
heads.
tails.
Yeah, and then the ref's like tails, and he just everybody looks at him like, "What? I didn't say that."
And then the ref was like, okay, heads.
Should have called that
Dumbass.
head tails.
How do you screw that up? You can't, and you can't. Can you challenge that? What if they
Right,
they
can
threw
we
the
go
red
to the
flag
replay?
at the coin flip?
Here we go to the video replay here.
Don't even
like
video. Just
97,
listen to what the
right?
hell I said. You don't even have to see it. Just listen.
Yeah, right. We just need the audio. The ref got that mic on. You know they picked it up.
The whole stadium heard it.
Yeah,
I
everybody
mean, we
heard
could hear it at home on the TVs, and like Rich said, that was like '97. Wasn't like technology was all the way it is now with microphones picking up everything.
Yeah, but the mics have always had them. The refs have always had them mics that pick up everything. Like you heard that clear as day.
Which means he did too. He's just an idiot. He was
That's terrible.
nervous.
Well, once the ref messes up like that, he's got to go with it. You know, like is he really gonna say, "Nah, I messed that up"? Like,
I heard a coach say one time when I asked him, "What do you do to a referee or an umpire like when you disagree with them and they know they're wrong?" And he was like, "Honestly, I had a ref tell me one time I did get it wrong. I'm sorry." What do you say to that? Like shit.
nothing. You just
Still
gotta
Alright.
go with
kick
it.
dirt on him.
They're not going to change the call, so you just got to turn around and take it.
Yeah.
Better kick dirt on him.
And then at that point, the ref just has to let him ride him the whole game. Like,
That or
Yeah.
that's where you get the makeup calls that come in.
yeah.
So
What
with
about-
this whole topic of underdogs, I want to get into a conversation we started with the text messages. Right before we got on air, Gordon Hayward goes down. We're doing this on a Tuesday night. Cavs and Celtics are playing. Hayward goes down. McCoy, you sent a text that said that Cavs fans or Celtics fans must be devastated. I think they're a huge underdog against the Cavs, so I don't know where they would be going anywhere better than last year, so why would they be devastated?
Because you got to be hopeful, son. You're not just going to say, "Oh, they're going to beat us." Like, you came in first in the conference last year. You added some key players. You took the Cavs' second best player, and then you brought Hayward in, who's damn good. So you can't just say, "Oh, they got us."
That was
You
their
gotta
top
have
free agent signing.
Except that they
Gotta be excited.
absolutely destroyed them last year. Like, it was not even close.
But the Celtics got
That's
better.
like the Cavs. That's like the Cavs thinking that they're going to beat the Warriors. It ain't happening.
They are.
So the Cavs shouldn't think they can't beat the Warriors?
I mean, the players can, yeah, but the fans, be a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
Like, don't go in there thinking, yeah, we're going to win this.
Wait a minute.
Wait, yeah,
Whoa.
hold on.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
You
Coming
were
from
about-
you, that's
right.
you be realistic.
I'm not saying the Bulls are winning the title, so I am.
This
You
is
were
coming
about
from the
to-
dude
you
who
were
was
about to
hyped
jump
that
in the
you were about to
pool.
beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
Drinking the Kool-Aid he's been talking
Yeah.
about for the last several weeks now, and he's telling the Cavs fans they need to be realistic. Like they didn't beat the Warriors from 3-1 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it was a different team 2 years ago. No KD.
The Cavs are better.
Yeah.
Cavs got better, man. Teams improved. Celtics got better, you know? Maybe Kyrie's what they needed to push them over the top.
And the Celtics fans had every right to be devastated. They just spent how many millions on that boy?
Right?
Looking all fly out
His
there with his
ankle was just
haircut, and he
underneath
came
the
out there
sideways.
and busted his ankle. They're devastated.
Yeah.
That's a top free agent signing of their summer.
Yo, his ankle looks so bad.
I can't believe you told me to be more realistic.
Right.
I guess because I'm not a fan, I can look at it objectively, and there's no way in hell they're beating the
Man,
Cavs.
if you
There's
were
no
a
way in hell the
Celtics
Cavs are
fan-
beating the Warriors.
If you were a Celtics fan, you would have been going on about it all
Well,
summer.
luckily, I'm not that stupid.
But like
No
they could
way.
beat the Cavs. Why can't they beat the Cavs?
The crazier things have happened.
Not
Yeah,
really.
like they're the team that could beat the Cavs.
Yeah.
You really think that they could beat the Cavs?
No, if I'm in the series, I would pick the Cavs to win because I'm not picking against LeBron until I see LeBron lose. But that, he has 16, 8, and 6 right now, and it's 10 minutes in the third. Like, this man wakes up and gets triple doubles.
First game of the year
so,
off a sprained
so how in the
ankle.
hell are the Celtics beating that?
Because that's the only team that, it's going to happen eventually. Right?
Maybe not. I mean,
So
maybe when
he-
he retires or he gets to the point where he leaves the East and goes to the West or something, but...
Well, I mean,
I don't think it's going to happen at all, but to just completely dismiss that
Miss
it could
it,
happen
yeah.
is ridiculous. Like, as the Celtics fans have, if you're a Celtics fan, if that was the Bulls in that situation, son, you would be all in on them beating the
Devastated.
Cavs. Like, you can't just say, oh,
Yeah,
they shouldn't
maybe.
expect it.
Tonight would be a very sensitive night.
yes. Yep. You people would be very upset doing this
Oh,
right
I
now.
wouldn't. I'm telling you right now,
Kev,
if that shit
Should
happened
I
to
be
the
Imagine
upset
Bulls,
that-
that
I wouldn't
Nico
be
getting
doing
his
this.
face broke?
I wouldn't be
Imagine-
doing this podcast if that happened to a Bulls player right
Imagine
before
if
we
that
came
was
on air.
Jimmy Butler, Kev. And the Bulls were stacked.
The T-Wolves would
Just
have to be
ankle
upset
was
then.
pointing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Right? Let them know, McCoy. T-Wolves
Wait,
can be
wait,
upset,
wait.
not us.
I don't need to imagine, son. We've had D Rose hurt for how many years?
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
weren't.
right?
Yeah, but you weren't beating the Cavs with D Rose either.
Now watch what he's
Same
about to do.
situation. We were in the playoffs. We were the 1 seed, and Rose goes down in the 4th.
Rose about to
It
bust
literally
Curry's
is
ass in
the
the
same exact
finals.
situation that we're talking about.
Bulls situation.
But
might
we
be
were
worse.
in the playoffs at that point, so we already had an amazing season, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, but the season he got hurt in, I didn't think you had a chance. Just because I saw the season before.
We were always so scrappy.
And wait,
against
hold on a
Cleveland,
second. But what
Miami,
happened the season before, Rich?
You lost 4 games to 1. You won game 1 and then got swept.
And what happened last year to the Celtics against the Cavs?
Yeah, but it's not,
Literally
I
the
mean,
same exact result.
It
And you
is.
just said that this year that the Celtics could beat the Cavs. So
Yeah.
why couldn't the
Bec-
Bulls beat the Cavs then?
They could
I
have.
mean, you
But
were
I
the
did.
one
I
telling
wouldn't.
me
I
to be
wouldn't have picked
realistic.
them. I wouldn't
So
have picked them either.
So we did have it happen to us.
The Bulls.
I actually think that was worse.
Let's
because
talk about
this
the
one
Bulls
happened
for
for
a
the
minute.
Cavs.
Let's talk
This
about
one
the
happened for the
Bulls.
Cavs or the Celtics right away, like game one.
I'd
Don't
rather
worry about
happen
building
it-
up your excitement.
Nope. I'd rather it happen right away than in the playoffs.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now you have a whole season. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh,
we had
okay.
the season to build up and be like, all right, now it's playoff time. Nope, you're done.
The Celtics have
They
so
can at
many
least
other
just get
small
rid of that thought
forwards.
now.
Yeah, I mean, the Celtics have so many other small forwards. They can, they can all contribute. They can at least match what Hayward would have done. Like, Brown
Yep.
steps up big time, and Tatum plays better than he's looked so far from what I've seen. Maybe they have a chance.
Rich did say they were going to have all the small forwards,
He
so
was
I mean,
hating on him for having too many small forwards.
this is why.
Yeah, they got me.
Had to get rid of one.
In the Bulls situation, it's not really the same now that I think about it, because you were playing against prime LeBron. Like, this is old LeBron.
But that was prime LeBron on a terrible Cavs team.
Oh, he was on Heat.
Yeah, he was on Miami.
Oh, he was on Heat. by
Come
then.
on,
Yeah, you're
Kyle.
Right. You're right.
Man.
You're right.
I'm telling you, man, if Rose wasn't hurt all them years, we would have beat them one year.
No, you wouldn't have.
No.
probably not.
Yep, we would have got him.
No,
No, you
probably
wouldn't
not.
I'm saying we would have got him.
unless
Rose
Derrick
is going to
Rose went
save
out
it
and
all for the
recruited,
finals.
like he claims he did. Unless he actually had gone out and recruited and got another superstar, we would
Well,
have beaten him.
apparently we were about to be the Heat's team since he was getting boss Wade and LeBron.
Yeah, I don't believe any of that shit. He can go to hell.
They weren't going to Chicago.
Hell
No.
no.
LeBron wouldn't want to go to Chicago. I don't blame
Why
him.
would he go to Chicago?
No.
Just stay in Cleveland at that point.
And knowing the way that he views his legacy and Jordan now, the second that the Bulls on their pitch brought out the rings, he was done.
He needed to be in.
No, but if he values that legacy, he's not going to follow in the footsteps. He wanted to be above and beyond that.
There's
so he's
only-
not going to do it in the same spot that Mike did it.
There's only one person that would have went to Chicago.
He
That's
tried
Kobe.
to. And we would have
Kobe,
traded who
yeah.
for him? Dang?
Yes.
Good move.
Did you just say dang?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
we
wouldn't
would have
trade
traded Dang for him.
Oh,
was
we
Dang
wouldn't
and
trade
who?
him.
I forgot. Not enough.
Maybe like Ben or somebody. I don't know.
It was
Yeah,
either
well,
there or Detroit he wanted to go.
Detroit, you would have loved
Or the
that.
Clippers.
Was this after 2004? 2004?
Yeah.
Oh, you would have hated that so much if he went to Detroit.
I always wonder how it would have turned out if
Why
he
the
would have
hell
got
did he
traded.
want to go to Detroit?
Because they were fixtures in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, okay. I thought
Can't
he
beat
had some
him,
like
join him,
ties
son.
to them or something.
No.
Can't
So
beat
let's
him, join him.
let's
He
talk
was-
about
he was
let's talk
thinking
about
doing-
these Bulls for a second.
God damn it! What?
Is
Man, BP?
is Nico the new Gino?
Oh,
Did
no.
that really
I wanna
happen
see, like,
today?
more details about it than what I've seen so far. Like all it said is like they got into. I want to know like, exactly what happened because they said they
You
got into
got-
a scuffle. and
I don't know
pushed
that
a
you'll
few
ever know
times.
exactly what
Yeah.
happened.
Right.
First thing I saw said he got sucker punched.
Yeah, but if they
That's
were
the
in a
first one I
pushing
saw.
match and you got punched, like that's not a sucker punch to me.
Man,
You
that's
should have
gonna
punched
be.
your teammate, obviously, but don't get in a shoving match if you don't want to get punched. You know,
And
Yeah,
what
let him
kind of
know.
punch is he throwing that he put this dude in the
the
hospital?
heaviest punch.
Broke his face,
Broken
man.
bones and a concussion.
Yeah.
Bobby Portis may need to change his profession and become a fighter.
Bobby
You got
Portis
them.
is like 6'10". Like,
So is
BP.
Nico.
So
yeah,
go,
but,
go
yeah, but
fight
if you're
the
not
MMA.
expecting to get punched in the face, like I could, yeah,
He's
someone
dropping
who's
hammers,
6'10".
though.
Man, the
got them
Bulls,
crazy
their
eyes,
teammates
man. You don't
are
wanna
punching
mess
each
with
other. The Bulls teammates are punching each other. Jimmy Butler's going to be out there balling for the Timberwolves, and D Rose is going to light up the Warriors in the finals. It's going to be a rough season for you
Get out of
guys.
here. Derrick Rose is not going to be healthy come the finals.
They're saving him. They're stashing him. That's my prediction.
And Wade, Kev,
highlight.
don't forget Wade.
Yeah.
The highlight of this punching is that Markkanen's going to get more minutes now, so Nico can go sit his ass down.
Boy, Laurie.
24.
I'm here with that. Let's go, Laurie.
You lost your
24
trade
hours.
asset.
Jump
Make it
on that
rain.
bandwagon.
Lost your trade asset, man.
2K must have helped, huh?
Nah, he come off the bench for Nico. I wish I could bench Nico because I would play him more, but I don't get to control my lineup in my career. So Nico be making it rain though. Maybe we should do that in real life.
Not at least for a month.
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, at least you have a better shot at number one pick now.
I mean, that depends on how good you think Nico is.
I mean, he's not. He's better than what's coming off the bench, probably. Even if it is Laurie, because Laurie's a rookie.
Not necessarily. It's not like Nico. Nico averages like 11 or 12 points a game for his career. I think Laurie could do that.
You were trying to trade him last week.
Good. Get his ass out of here.
You ain't getting shit for him now.
BP
With a medical
wants
bill.
to trade him too. Taking his minutes and shit. You ain't starting over me now.
That's one way of getting on the court.
You watching the game tonight? The Rockets gonna bust the Warriors' ass tonight. You gonna watch
No,
it?
I'm watching it.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Yo,
I'm definitely watching it.
it was funny because when I asked you guys before who was gonna win, I was gonna put Houston, but I was like, shit is ring night. They're gonna be pumped. That shit's about to be over in 8 minutes.
I wish Patrick
better
Beverly
than
was
tonight.
still there.
Patrick Beverly, yeah,
Have
He
they
will go there.
unveiled the rings yet?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that with Houston that they got rid of Beverly. So like now CP3 has to guard Steph, and that doesn't work out good for him.
No.
Like their
Not at all.
defense definitely got worse with that. So yeah, they're gonna be
Yep.
in trouble.
I heard a stat about the Rockets that in their preseason games, 59% of their free throws or their field goals came from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's all they want to do. Yeah.
Only 2.2% of their points came in mid range.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're not trying to shoot there. It's the worst shot in basketball, mid range.
they've been working.
Yeah, I
on
know,
that
but
for
I'm
years.
but those numbers just kind of caught me off guard a little bit, hearing just how drastic they were.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they do. Yeah.
They're dunking or shooting a three.
Or a free throw.
Yeah, or a free throw. There's three
That's-
shots in their game.
I
That's
also
how
heard.
most teams want to play, though.
Yeah.
I also heard, and this kind of surprised me. I knew he was a good shooter, CP3, but he shot 50% on his spot up catch and shoot threes last year.
Yeah, Chris Paul can drop it in.
Like that, that's
Yeah.
that's a crazy number from three. 50%, damn,
but how
Still
many
about
did
to
he
get
take?
this work tonight.
that's true. But even if he took 60, 30 for 60 is enough for me to
Well,
say
yeah, if it's
50% is
60,
probably
yeah.
close.
Yeah, the more I think about it, I don't think the Rockets are winning.
Way to go out on a limb, Kev. I know
I'm
that hurts you
sitting
to
there,
say.
Honestly, I don't think they have a chance to beat the Warriors in the playoffs.
No, that's. I mean, I'm thinking more and more like that. Like that Beverly loss is huge. That
Yeah,
he was.
they- Neither of
what
their
was he,
guards are
first
playing
team defense,
now.
second team defense.
Yeah.
He's usually on one, yeah. Or one or two, yeah.
So now who are their guards? Like besides Paul and Harden, then they have Eric Gordon.
Well, anybody on that team really? Like who? It's them and who?
Yeah, Clint Capella plays defense. That's it, and he can't guard anybody on the Warriors.
Nene, Trevor Ariza.
Ah, I forgot they got Ariza, your boy.
But they shoot so many threes. Like, if they get hot for a series, they can beat them.
But this is what my thing was last year when y'all kept saying that. So they'll get hot for a game, but so will the Warriors. So like they're not going to outgun the Warriors for a whole series.
They might.
No, they won't.
Nah,
Oh, okay. So the Celtics wouldn't beat the Cavs either. So, like,
Well, we
Be
agreed that they
realistic,
wouldn't.
man.
I know, but to just completely dismiss it, like,
They're just not good enough. Like player
What do
for
you mean?
player, they're. I mean, I guess no team. I don't think any team really is, but I just don't see them beating the Warriors more than once if they get lucky. Like I think they're getting the broom swept, taken out.
Celtics are on a run here.
yeah, got it back within
Oh.
10.
Tatum driving on LeBron.
Yeah, he's been trying to get out LeBron the whole game.
How's that going for him?
Not too good. His first shot, LeBron tossed. At least
That would
he's
be
trying,
crazy if
though, you know?
LeBron went to Chicago
When?
when he was a free agent.
Before he went to the Heat.
Yeah.
I would have been pumped.
Him and D Rose.
Probably wouldn't have worked.
D Rose was injured, man. He wasn't playing. We get LeBron out there. LeBron and Jimmy running the show. And Noah.
Was Jimmy
Defense
even
would have
around
been
back
crazy,
then?
man.
Nah, not right when he was a free agent.
Not yet, yeah.
Those
It would've
teams
been
are
him.
already filthy on D. Imagine to switch out Rose and put LeBron there.
Yeah,
Prime
that would've
LeBron.
been- that would've
I
been
wonder
bad.
how. I wonder how do you guys think LeBron would have dealt with a coach like Tibbs. Like all the coaches he's had, he's been able to kind of mold and manipulate. That wasn't going to
They've all
happen
been
if
trash,
he was with
honestly.
Tibbs.
Except Spoelstra, I guess, is solid. But like, what good coach has LeBron had?
Well, that's what I'm
Spoelstra.
saying. Like
Right,
he's been able
besides
to,
him,
but he's
like-
been able to mold them and manipulate them, and that's
Yeah.
why it's worked. That wasn't going to be the case with Tibbs. That
Well,
may
he
have
was
been
gonna
another
go
reason that
then.
he wasn't going to go.
They would have fired Tibbs then. If LeBron
Exactly.
was like, I don't
Obviously.
want to play for him. The front office would have said, "We don't like him either. Get him out of here."
Either would have been change or get out.
Which they did a couple years anyway, just fucking cause.
Yep.
LeBron would have got hurt
Why do you say that? Because of
because he would have played. He would have played him so much. I mean,
So
not that
much.
LeBron doesn't play a lot of minutes now. He's actually amazing when it comes to that. That he's never gotten hurt.
Yeah. That dude's a freak, man.
Yeah.
That man took like the super soldier serum that Captain America got. Like, that guy's unbelievable.
Sure the hell is.
He was Isaiah Thomas in high school. Took
Yeah.
that shit and became LeBron.
Yeah.
Best player ever, son.
No,
Second best.
thank you.
Well,
Lonzo Ball is the best player ever.
LeVar Ball, it's good.
Yeah. LeVar. The hell are you talking about?
That was funny.
he said, "Ooh, people aren't gonna like that."
But that was exactly what I think everybody expects him to say, though. You know.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, when I saw him on there, I was like, he probably says LeVar. But then I thought like people were gonna just keep on saying Jordan, and then they started saying other stuff, and I was like, all right, I get it now.
There were a couple of wacky ones in there. I heard a Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop was the goat.
It was better that way. It would have been lame as hell if everybody was just like Jordan, Jordan, Jordan.
I don't trust those kids' opinions either. They weren't born when Jordan retired,
Right. That's crazy.
so
That is depressing.
Yeah.
Don't know who Michael Jordan is.
great. You can't
Just
have an
know from the
opinion.
meme.
The
It's
Jumpman
fine.
logo.
Do you think that bothers him? That has
I
to
don't
bother
think-
him, right?
What, the kids don't know him as the
No,
player?
that he's known more now for the meme than he is for like being Michael Jordan.
I don't think he realizes it.
Oh, he has to.
No. Because he's not around anybody like that.
Man, he's seen that before.
I mean, I'm
Trust
sure
me,
he's
people
seen
are
it.
sending him that.
No. Who? Like, no, not like, he's
Charles.
not a-
I'll let you know right now.
right.
Charles.
not
You know
friends
some
with
of the dudes
Charles.
He played with were sending them that.
Like anybody that crosses Mike or does something he doesn't like, he cuts you out. So no, I don't think he realizes it.
God, Mike sucks. He just seems like a horrible person to be around. saw-
Obviously,
I saw something said he
I
smokes
very
like
rarely hear, except for when he like donates money or occasionally comes out to say something societally or politically. Besides that, I never hear anything good about the
He's
man.
at the cigar lounge all the time. That's
Yo, he said
why.
he smoked 6 a day. Mike's about to be
6?
dead in like 10
Gotta
years.
miss his jaw.
Yeah,
God.
right. Be like Nico.
He's gonna
Yeah,
look
I mean-
like those dudes that we saw
Yo,
when we were
but
in,
honestly,
when we were in health class in high school.
Yo, Danny.
With the bottom jaw just missing.
Oh, those videos.
talking-
he's just so
talking
like
to a little
grumpy
thing in
though
their
from
throat.
having to deal with all that in his younger life, you know. It's like he had to be sociable and like in the media all the time when he was playing, so he's probably just over that shit now, you know.
Man, imagine if he was out there now with social media.
Yo, but McCoy, even back then, he was a
He
dick.
was a dick then, yeah.
Like, think about all the stories that you've heard about him when he was in his playing days.
That's
You
fine.
know, people would hate him if he had Twitter and shit back then.
Which would
Oh my
honestly be
God.
awesome because he'd still be dropping buckets on everybody.
Oh, it would be even worse. Everything
That
would
would have
be.
been even worse.
That'd be amazing.
Like, he's said part of his game is getting motivated. If he had Twitter,
Yeah.
Jesus.
He'd be up all night reading people's replies to him and talking back to him.
Retweeting,
He'd be like,
motherfucker.
he'd be
like-
with the phantom,
except he wouldn't have
the
a fake
phantom
account.
Twitter names.
Oh, he would definitely have a fake account.
Hell yeah, he'd have like 6 of them.
Nah, he would just come out straight up and say it was him.
Nah, I think he'd have fake
He
accounts
was too guarded with his
with his
with
He
his
could have a
with his
Scottie
brand.
Pippen
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
yeah. Like, he always had to look perfect when he walked through the hotels. Why? Because it might be the only time someone gets to see Michael Jordan. Like,
He'd hack Scotty's and post all that shit off of Scotty's Twitter
There you
account.
go.
Get him, Scotty. That's a good teammate.
living off of Scotty
Solving the
Pippen,
blow.
Kev.
Yo,
Oh.
y'all see the other stuff that the Cavs pulled that Kyrie video?
What happened?
They said Cavs players were upset that there was a Kyrie video, and they decided not to play it like moments before.
Good. It was a
That's-
buster move to have a tribute video to a
Why?
dude because he wanted to leave. He requested a trade out of that city and then talk shit about it after he left. You
That's
do
my
not
problem with
tribute
it.
that person.
And he hit the biggest shot in that city's
That's fine.
franchise.
Down the line,
So
down the
he-
line
yeah,
in his
right.
career, Rich, you can, but not
So
right
he
now.
just gets to leave and talk trash about him, like.
Yeah, who cares?
And it's all good?
Like, who the fuck cares? Yeah.
Did him and LeBron dap? What happened? I
They
didn't
did.
see
They
don't
it.
know.
gave
I
a quick
didn't see
one. They gave a quick one. They showed it.
I saw JR and him had their whole extensive handshake.
That's whack.
Wow.
Your boy Tristan was out there,
Yo,
met
hold
him at
on.
half court too.
Why is that
Oh.
whack?
Yeah, I'm fine with the players. Like, I'm sure the players are completely fine with each other, and for the most part. Like, who knows with him and LeBron? But if him and JR got some handshake that they want to do, go for it. The tribute video is some shit for the organization and the fans. And as a fan, I don't want that being played for somebody that just left.
The fans didn't either. They were booing the hell out of him.
Well, that's
Which
what
is why
fans
they
are-
didn't play it.
You can't trust fans on this. Like, fans
But
don't
that's
give
what
a
the
fuck.
tribute
run his
video
mouth
is
about
for,
the
though,
city.
Rich.
I wouldn't have a problem with the tribute video.
Who cares? You know,
But-
like, fuck your city. Everyone, they know their city.
That's what he
sucks.
said, yeah. That's exactly what he said.
Like,
And then you're going to tribute him when he comes back? Like,
he
nah.
hit the biggest shot in their
I
franchise's
don't care what he
history.
did. If that's my team, I'm not letting that video play.
Yeah.
You gotta show him some love. Be the bigger person.
I will at some point, but not opening night after
Yeah,
he's
like
bashing us.
couple years down the road.
Oh,
Maybe
so
next
his
time.
so his
I'm not making
insults
my
won't
opening
matter
night
then.
about Kyrie.
His insult. You didn't. You just show you a little quick little thanks, Kyrie. Thanks
Yeah,
for giving
I'll
us
do
the
that next
championship.
game. Not opening night. Opening night's about our team and our season, not Kyrie. He's in the past now. We're moving forward.
Oh, you guys are petty. You guys are
I'll be
bitter and petty,
I'll be
So-
petty.
Should have given him a bobblehead.
right? Like it was
An
just
ugly
quick
ass
thanks.
bobblehead.
big head bobblehead.
Yeah.
Called it a night.
You ugly Kyrie. Look at this.
The first 10
bobblehead.
fans get this big bobblehead. Thanks, Kyrie.
I would if I was Kyrie, I would let them all know I'm the only reason you have a championship.
LeBron making that shot if he took it?
Oh,
Probably
probably
not.
not.
Not that shot. Definitely not.
No, not off the dribble from the
No.
like. There's a clip somewhere on YouTube that like shows that shot that he hit against Curry is like his shot. Like he hits it so many times in a season. Like that
It's
was
like a signature move.
yeah.
Because his handle's so good, he can just get that and pull up whenever. Like, he can really get that shot anytime he wants, you know?
LeBron told him he wanted the ball in his hands.
Of course he did, because LeBron didn't want the pressure. Like,
Well, I
but
don't
if
think he didn't
Kyrie
want the
misses
pressure.
that, LeBron's going to get hated on more than Kyrie.
Yeah, probably.
Because, oh, he should have shot, you know?
Yeah, but you just said you didn't want the pressure.
That's why, well, that's it, exactly. That's why he would have got hated on.
But that would have been like I doubt he didn't want the pressure. He probably just thought like he's better off to dribble. He
Yeah.
can take Steph. Like
Smart
they're all
play.
going to be on me.
Yeah? LeBron's pretty smart at this basketball thing.
It was really a horrible shot.
Yeah, it was.
Like
It's a horrible shot by a great player, you know? You got to make those.
it's a 1 point game now.
Yeah.
Skip Bayless out here. If Gordon Hayward is gone, LeBron's path to losing a sixth
DeRozan
finals
wasn't
gets
happy
even
about
easier.
that.
Yeah, DeRozan called him a clown for tweeting that out.
All right, hours winding down. Do you guys have anything for Four Corners?
All I want to say is that this is the best fucking time of the year, dude. We got baseball playoffs, NBA, NFL, college football, and college basketball, so I get to listen to you fucktards
I
talk
can't
about
wait for
UNC.
college basketball.
It's already
You know what it
started.
is.
Did it?
This is great.
Friday, son. I did late night with
Late Night
Roy
with
on
Roy,
Friday.
yeah.
That was the
Kev, I
unofficial
didn't-
about that,
beginning.
son.
What the fuck does shut up? Unofficial beginning. Did they play
That's
a
what
fucking
it's
game
billed
yet?
as.
Did they play a game yet? Or
No,
did they have a
that's-
record?
That is a week from Friday against Barton.
Okay, so in a week.
And you're
Here,
calling
give me
that game
this
too,
fucking-
right?
Goddamn
Fucking-
straight I am. And you know what, Rich? You can go to hell because what I did on Friday, it counted.
See? No, it didn't.
Yes, it did. I called a game. I announced it was on ESPN. It counts.
Are you guys gonna make
So
the
what's their
tournament this
record?
year?
We
1
always
and 0.
make the tournament.
North Carolina won. We
They
beat
played
the
North
NCAA.
Carolina.
Yeah, that's right. Champion, son. Champion.
Oh, I can't wait because the anxiety I'm feeling for these Yankees.
Wait.
I cannot wait for you guys to have that, and I can be on the other end of this laughing shit.
I can't wait.
We own 2017.
There's gonna be memes all over the place.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
Fuck that Ram.
Fucking North
Watch out.
Like
Carolina
I'm
Better
gonna
be
put these
careful.
big balls on your forehead.
Yeah, ain't the goat from the fair. Get out of here.
You gotta
That's who he
tattoo
made it
gangster
with,
ass
son. That was
expressions
his
on his
offspring.
balls.
So, Kev, have you heard the story of how the Ram got to be the mascot? Not the one that's the
This is
current
some animal
rat mascot,
cruelty, Rich.
but the one before.
No.
Yeah, right, Kev?
So they're kept on a farm somewhere around town here, and apparently the one that was the mascot got into a headbutting match with his son, and his son hit him so hard that he killed the son of a bitch and became the new mascot.
It'd be better if there was really some guy son out there ramming it against the Rams' head. Stupid ass UNC fan out there.
I honestly think someone should look into you guys, seeing how you cruelly paint his horns blue. I'm sure he doesn't want that.
Why? Why?
What about all the other schools that have
Hold on
animal
a second.
mascots?
That's
Well, we're
God's
talking
color.
about your school right now.
That's God's color.
Listen,
Why
man,
wouldn't he want
We're
it?
clear. No sanctions for us.
What are you talking about?
Clear
God's
of all
color.
charges.
Animal
God's
safety
color,
with
the
that paint.
sky. It's
Did you-
Carolina blue.
Did you ask the Ram for consent before you did that, or do you just do it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna have
If he
a
doesn't-
lawyer
if he
look
doesn't-
into this.
Rich, if he doesn't kick you or ram you with his head, he's good to go.
His dad found out.
Right? If, he
His
doesn't,
dad
if you do something that he doesn't like, he'll let you know.
Animal cruelty.
Nope.
Calling Peter.
Yep. Shutting down the whole operation.
Yo, listen, you can send whatever acronym you want after us. We will win.
Oh, Jesus
Undefeated,
Christ.
son.
Except the FBI. If they come
Except
and knock
against
in,
Villanova.
we're going running.
Right, Kev? Can't send the NOVA at him?
Yeah. Undefeated against
Not an
Nova.
acronym.
It is now.
Bastards.
The NOVA was scared last year. They could have played us again, but they ran away.
Oh, yeah.
They knew what was coming.
Just like it sounds just like a loser.
Redemption
Yeah, they were
in
the
full
losers.
fucking form.
Redemption. Oh my God, I'm tired of hearing redemption.
I don't care what you're tired of. Redemption.
Redemption is
Look.
like you did something bad and you made up for it. Like,
We did. We
you guys
lost, and
the
then we made
fucking
up for it by
basketball game.
winning.
Yeah, that was really bad.
That was the worst.
God, so serious redemption.
Damn
Shut
straight.
Can't wait. Can't wait for this to start.
Don't gotta wait much longer.
Apparently, it's already started, Kev. The
That's
Tar
right,
Heels
not
played the
bad.
Tar Heels in warm-ups.
Oh, hey McCoy, in fantasy, I could trade you Luke Kennard. I know you
Pass.
need a guard.
Pass. There's nothing you can package freaking LeBron with him, and I'm not doing it. Like I don't want that guy.
Yes, you would.
Nope, I'm not.
You
taking
take him and
Unless
Jimmy.
I can immediately waive him, then sure. He's not getting on my roster. No dookies allowed.
Your bum asses up out of here. It's a good spot to end this one on. We thank you guys for joining us. The fellas, we're out.
Peace.
Our heels are the champs.